So we have this prayer that we usually say, Our Father who art in heaven. We go on and go on. Hallowed be your name. Let your kingdom come and let your will be done. Now, what does it really mean to have a kingdom mindset? Oftentimes, we say things because we were trained that way. Your parents probably taught you, if you are part of a kingdom family or you grew up with a belief in God, to just start with that prayer. Father who art in heaven, I hallow your name. Let your kingdom come, let your will be done. But have you ever really taken time to think about, what does this really mean for me? How can I personalize this? So I'm Giselle Johnny, author, speaker, coach, and also a Christian minister. And today I want to really speak to the hearts of Christian kingdom builders, people who believe that there's something inside of you that can help to advance the kingdom, that can help other believers, other faith-based ministers or leaders to live better. And so I'm on a mission, as I often love to say, to help aspiring leaders, faith-based leaders, and even people who just want to know, what is your purpose? What is the reason why you really exist? Why is this so important to me? Because from the age of 8 years old, I heard something that I should not have heard that made me very sad. And I felt that I was a burden, to my parents. I felt like I didn't have a right to exist. And so it led me to a life of thinking suicidal thoughts. By age 14, I actually attempted that because I just felt my life was meaningless. I felt, why did I exist? And so I looked at life through a skewed scope. I had a skewed vision of what life really was. And so this is why fundamentally this is important to me. My life story and journey has also led me in the way to be very concerned about people who feel like, what is my purpose? What do I really live? Is there more to life? And this is what really resonates with me. And I believe that I can use my gift to touch people and even help people to realize that there's a gift that is unique to them, that they can use it to touch others too. So we want to talk about this kingdom mindset, why we really want to use and practicalize, let your kingdom come, let your will be done. Ever so often we hear people talking about, I'm a kingdom builder, I'm a kingdom builder. What does that really mean? How can you practicalize building the kingdom, building somebody's lives? I want to tell you something. Kingdom builders are concerned about people not living in confusion, not living in pain, not living in anxiety, not being fearful. Kingdom builders are people who are concerned about the Christians or other faith-based leaders or just people generally being confident, people realizing that they exist for a purpose, for a particular reason. And it gives God glory when we recognize that reason and we live for that very reason. All right. So as I said before, my passion and purpose, and what does that mean for you? I want to ask you today, what is your passion? Put it in the chat. What is your purpose? What do you really want to do this 2022? What do you really want to launch? An idea, something that is on the inside that you've just been carrying for years and years and years. And I can share what that feels like with you because I carried this book in my spirit for 13 years and just never, ever, ever took the leap of faith until last year to write that book. So what it is that you really want to do, how do you really want to show up and make a difference? For me, I have been doing it. I've been able to create a book, create a business, start in terms of from being coach to becoming a certified life coach and belonging to a coaching organization, helping persons to realize the goal. So it's not about me. It's about showing up to help others make that difference in their own lives. And so I want to ask you, how can you use what is inside of you to start a project? Maybe it's a passion project. Maybe you want to start helping young women. Maybe you want to help people write their business plans. It doesn't have to be anything big. Maybe you want to help people write their resumes. Maybe you want to help people overcome anxiety. What really is it that is on the inside of you? That means you're a kingdom builder because you're burning with something to make a difference and to help others. And so there's a lot of people out there. And when you really get down to the why is, what is in it for me? I want a better house. I want a better car. I want to make a lot of money. And all those things are good. It's about human comfort. But kingdom building is about using that God-given potential, the gift that is on the inside of you to better someone else's life. And you know what? People don't often care about how much you know, but people will definitely know how much you care. And so I want to encourage us as kingdom builders. Let us keep that mindset that what is inside of me, I want to use it for the kingdom people in the kingdom and for people all over, whoever would listen or want to can be blessed. All right. So how can you use that passion project, that ministry? How can you use that business, whatever it is, to help people? Do you want to help persons overcome limiting belief? Have you struggled with that? That's something I would have struggled with. I knew on the inside there was a mission, there was a message, there was a story. But guess what? I disqualified myself. I said, I have no right to speak. I am too young. I am too this. I came from a certain background. I don't qualify. And so that is a lie. I want to tell you something. That is a lie. Do not believe that voice in your head that stops you from taking the leap and going forward. All right. And so a kingdom building mindset sets upon three principles. Because when we think about that prayer that says, Our Father who art in heaven, thy kingdom come. What is the kingdom? The kingdom is God's government. If we allow him to govern our lives, govern our minds, govern our thoughts and our actions, then we wouldn't do some things, right? And so that's why we have a lot of problems in the kingdom, because we're not allowing the governor to govern us. We are self-governor. We govern ourselves most time. And then we want to tap in to God and ask him, can you bless me? Can you give me? But I want to say to us, let's live this life in 2022 and beyond, where we are thinking about, I want my life to be governed and ruled. That's my thoughts, my actions. I want to be pure in what I do. I want to be genuine. It is the worst thing to do something with an ulterior motive, to do something with something in mind, like you have this agenda, but it's not it, and it's not genuine. So let us think about, God did this. He created man from a genuine place. He gave them this vision. He gave man a sense of purpose, because he is a God with an intent, right? He has purpose. He has destiny in mind. And so he created us in his image and his likeness, that we can co-create alongside him, with him, for him. And that is what gives him glory. What does glory really mean? Glory means that weight. So when we do the things that please him, he gets the glory, right? So we want to really think about, going back to this, the three principles of the kingdom, and that is righteousness, peace, and joy. We often say that, but what is righteousness? Righteousness is making right decisions, right? Decisions like, I'm going to stop at that red light, at the traffic light. I'm not going to pass it because it's the right thing to do. Righteousness is, I'm going to love my brother. I'm going to love my enemies. Righteousness is, I'm going to go do good to those that hurt me. Righteousness is, I'm going to serve others. I'm going to show up caring about others. So righteousness is those things that align and is rightly aligned to God's beliefs, standards, systems. And how do we do that? Through aligning with his word. Right? We also want to have peace, right? Peace means nothing broken, nothing shattered. So if we are constantly confused and fearful and anxious, we need to align with the kingdom and the principles of the kingdom, which means we want to have that peace. We want to have that clarity. We want to know and not be afraid and not allow things like fear in our headspace. We want to be confident, right? Joy. What is joy? Joy is to give him delight. But you yourself and I myself, we experience that delight when we know we are in alignment. We experience that delight, not because there are trials and trouble and adversity means that we can't be joyful, right? Remember, joyful is different. Joy, is different to happiness. Happiness is a temporal state. But joy is that knowing on the inside, I'm living in alignment with God's purpose. I'm living in alignment with the belief, the things that he's placed in my heart, those desires. And it matters not someone else's opinion. I'm going to live for what I believe in. I'm going to live for what he has placed in my heart. And so let me just bring that home, because we're winding down. What do you believe that God has placed on the inside of you? Is it that you're a teacher, but you really want to go another step and teach people in a practical way? Do you want to do some type of remedial class to help teenagers? Maybe it's a class to help adults write, probably, be more confident and understand how to write, probably a business plan or whatever it is that is on the inside of you. Don't let anybody stop you, my dear friend. I want to say to you, if you're a true kingdom builder, rise up and do that which is on the inside of you. Rise up and use that gift. You are anointed and appointed, and you are unstoppable. Don't let anybody tell you you do not qualify. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not good enough. That is a lie. And so I want to encourage you this year, rise up and use that. If you can write poem, write it. If you want to start that business, write it. Align with people that have that mindset. Sometimes it's just moving yourself from persons who are negative, removing yourself from persons who are going to stand in the way to abort your dream, and align yourself with people who believe in going forward, who believe in taking the leap of faith, who believe in living the kingdom principles. We want to do better. We want to help others. We want to empower people. So get into Christian circles, get into circles of people that will help you to learn to build. You know that your words will build others up. There are many times we meet people and their words break others down. Let's use our words to build others. Let's use our businesses. Let's use our ministries. Let's use our gifts, our writing capacity, teaching capacity, whatever capacity you have, dancing, whatever gift, art. Let's use that to make the world a better place. And so that's what I want to talk to you about today. Overcoming limiting beliefs, overcoming the obstacles, the lies, the things that have been keeping you back for so very long, and taking that leap. And not just alone, because sometimes as a lone ranger, you can start that journey and then just throw it off, start the new year resolution and just forget about it. I want to offer you an opportunity to join us. And I'm saying us because I've already been working with, and along with groups of kingdom builders, people with a mindset to go forward, to build, to cause change. I want to invite you today. Click on the link below, register for the Path2Purpose Blueprint. And I believe I've gone crazy. Yesterday I sat and I thought about it. I said, oh my God, Giselle, you are going crazy, because I'm going to offer you 6 weeks. Did I say 6 weeks? I'm going to offer you 6 weeks to come in and let's go together through some training and through some discussions. We're going to share. We're going to break out in rooms together and talk with each other and strengthen each other up. And then we're going to come out of there clear on what our vision is, what our mission is, what it is that we want to do, what it is we want to start. Is it that we want to be better in terms of our family, our health, our finances? We're going to get together and we're going to come out on the other side with clarity. We're going to come out with answers. And so what does that mean for you? Have you been just in that place where you really want to do something and you haven't been able to do it? So I'm calling all aspiring leaders, calling creatives, I'm calling purpose-led individuals who desire to just influence change. Even you want to start that business, you're a young upcoming minister, you know there's a call in your life and you really want to start getting that message out there and using what God has given to you to touch others. Calling you out. Let's come together, let's work together, and let's make a difference. All right. And so thank you for taking the time to listen. This time, this year, it's about you becoming what God has called you to do, to be, and to be that blessing in the earth that you were designed to be. God bless you.